Before Amazon, Alibaba, and eBay, and before Walmart, Kmart, and Sears Roebuck, there were general stores. They sold a little bit of everything and threw weather forecasts, gossip, stand-up comedy, psychotherapy, and advice on everything from birthing babies to digging potatoes into the bargain. Few old general stores remain, but in a hamlet called Adirondack, on Schroon Lake in the eastern Adirondack Mountains, the Adirondack General Store keeps the tradition alive.
The Adirondack General Store has been here since 1855, not always called the Adirondack General Store, but the building has been some type of a store for the community since then.
The ledger was the book where people would come in and they would kind of keep a flow of what purchases they've made, thread, fabric maybe, eggs, flour, sugar. It's kind of like putting things on a tab, then you come in and you pay your tab.
They come in to get a cup of coffee and someone else is here that they haven't seen in a while. People come in and buy the paper or get some local news. Believe it or not, a small town like this, a lot happens.
Maureen and Robert Diaz were not always shopkeepers in a remote country town. They lived in New York City and Queens and made big career moves to take over the business.
We drove through Vermont, we checked out a few little country stores and places to live, and we thought maybe that would be something we would want to do. This was in our 20s. Then we came to our senses. I became a physical therapist, Maureen is a nurse, and we realized that we needed professional careers. We needed to make a living. And so we did that 25, 30 years. And we were fortunate to be able to have a second home here through the efforts of our hard labor. And this came up for sale. I really didn't even know it was for sale. Of course, Maureen was, I guess, in the background working, churning, and seeing what was going on in the real estate market, and she found out this was for sale. And almost like one day she came up and says, "Oh, by the way, I put a bid in the country store." So I was kind of like, "What do you mean you put a bid? What are you talking about?" "Oh, I made an offer." In reality, I thought about it. I said, we're kind of like at a point where we've thought about making a change in our lives, and we love it in the North. So we decided, you know what? Why not? Let's go for it.
As time went on, we realized that we really enjoyed what the Adirondack Life offers. Peace, tranquility, real sense of community. We started to feel a little bit burned out by our professions and healthcare, and our children were getting older. All of our children were either graduated from college or in college, and one day I decided to take a look at the store. And I'm not quite sure how it all happened, but it happened, and here we are.
Success or failure would hinge on the reception their new rural community gave them.
The community here has been extremely welcoming. And in fact, one local person told me I'm a local. So I told him that was the best compliment I could ever get.
The Adirondack General Store sells candy, groceries, tools, toys, fishing tackle, clothes, souvenirs, and what in earlier times were called dry goods. The store also includes a kitchen that serves meals.
It's a lot of work. We work together, we work well together. Fortunately.
Robert does not do newspapers or magazines. He decided he doesn't like it. It is a pain. I let him bring in the wood for the wood stove. That's his job. But I make the fire in the morning. So we do have certain things that we sort of just know that when we come in the morning, I'm going to take care of, he's going to take care of. Then throughout the day, we do help each other out.
She's a hardworking girl. I can't say anything bad. I want peace and harmony in my life, tranquility.
There's been sort of a saying, I guess, for the Adirondack store of how you find it. And that's either you're coming specifically here or you're lost. But we still get people who say they see our little sign on Route 9 that says there's a general store, and they say, wow, let's check that out. And then they say, we were driving up East Shore and we thought we'd never find it. We thought maybe it's an old sign and it's not there anymore. And then all of a sudden, here it is.
A lot of times we find that people are just meandering and, on a Sunday or a Saturday afternoon. And so it's nice to find a little gem at the end of your journey.